Oh, no, I can't do that.
Why not?
Because
It's inappropriate.
we've started, haven't we?
Oh yeah, we have.
This is immediately so different.
Right? Look at me. Look at my eyes, you son of a bitch.
Hello, everybody, and welcome onto the platform. This is really disconcerting. The show where we do stories with no thought whatsoever.
No.
And happy holidays for
Happy
me,
holidays.
Ryan.
And happy holidays from me, Kevin.
In case you can't tell, a few things are a little different. Some things have changed here on the platform. For one,
We now live together.
yeah, we now live together.
Through grief and circumstance, we now live together.
Yes, so we're in the same room currently, and we're like a foot from each other.
That's true. I could touch him.
Staring
I'm
at-
gonna touch him.
He's touching me currently, and it was nice.
That's good.
Yeah, we're staring into each other's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And
Ryan's VPN needs to update.
yeah, my VPN needs to update, but I won't do it because it's Christmas time.
Christmas time.
Merry Christmas, everybody! To those who celebrate, happy holidays.
It's also Hanukkah time.
Yeah, happy Hanukkah
Happy
to
Hanukkah.
everybody.
There's others, but I don't know their names, sadly. So just happy holidays
Happy holidays to everybody.
to everybody.
Yeah.
Yes.
How are you doing, Kevin?
I'm doing pretty good. I got a little phlegm in my throat.
Oh dear. Do
but
you want to sip you a little water?
Yeah, sure. I'll try drinking. Oh yeah, that's what you paid to see.
Okay. Nobody's paying for this.
I am.
Nor should they. Are you?
Yeah.
With your time,
With my time and energy.
the calories you're burning to move your tongue to say these words. No.
Worked a lot then.
Yeah. So, well, should we just get started?
Yeah,
Is there
I think we
anything you want
should.
to talk about?
You're probably wondering why the audio sounds different. I lost my microphone.
Kevin may or may not have misplaced his microphone.
I think I misplaced my microphone.
So we are currently both using mine.
yes.
This
This may be the rub of things for a little bit.
Yeah, but it's fine.
It's fine.
It provides a different dynamic.
I agree. It's more intimate.
We could kiss.
Let's not.
Okay.
So
I think for a suggestion we're gonna get.
is Christmas themed.
Yeah.
I agree.
We're gonna do a little bit of a holiday story for all of you. Probably not too long.
Yeah.
Because you need to go get back to your
You need to get back to your festivities.
to eating all of your candles and stuffing
eating-
all of your piñatas.
Yeah, and running away from the turkeys.
Who are finally seeking righteous vengeance against you and your bloodline.
Hashtag gobble gobble.
Do we want to get that trending?
I think we should get the suggestion. Give me a sec. I'm gonna go ask my roommate.
Okay.
Just to clarify, this roommate isn't Ryan.
No,
You're bad.
it's a different third roommate who we live with. It's my partner, Syra, who is very nice and also an improviser. Kevin has left the room, and it's just me. But that's okay. I'm confident, and I can tell you a Christmas story of my own.
What's up?
Oh, Jesus. Kevin kicked the door in.
I did.
Do you have a suggestion for us?
I do. Courtesy of our unnamed roommate.
I've already named them.
Well, all right then.
Yeah.
So the suggestion that Syra gave us
Yeah.
was Grinch.
Grinch. Just the word Grinch.
Just the word Grinch. One
Okay.
word, Grinch.
Wonderful.
I agree.
Yeah. I love the Grinch.
Me too. Do you really like the Grinch, right?
Yeah, I love
Would
him.
you like to hear a story about him?
I would love to hear a story. Ooh, I'm gonna sit here, and it's fireside chat time with Grandpa.
Yeah. It's me, Grandpa.
Hi, Grandpa.
Okay, little small p. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the
You call me
Grinch.
Small P?
Small p. It's what we used to call you back in the day. This is a recollection you're having. That's the framing device. There's two framing devices. He's like an adult remembering the story when he was a child told to him by his grandfather. Me. Let's go.
And when I was a child, just to be absolutely clear, when I was a child, all my friends and relations would call me Small P. What's my real name?
Edward.
Cool.
So, Small P began one day in the mystical land of Ohio.
Okay.
There in the mountains of Ohio, there was a cave. And inside the cave, there was a number of little guys, just little folks hanging around.
This is off to a great start.
This is a couple of little folks.
Couple of
hanging
little
around.
guys. Be more descriptive. What do the little guys look like?
Well, the little guys, they looked like us, but they were small, you see. They were no bigger than a small pea.
Wow.
They
They were really, really small.
were really, really small.
How big is the cave relative to them?
Big. Really big. It's like the size of Costco compared to them.
Wow.
Yes. So,
The biggest thing you can imagine.
yeah. So we're going to zoom in real close to these small peas, because without it, they just look like little dots moving around. But we're
Yeah.
going to get real close. And wouldn't you know it? They're all people.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would have been surprised if you didn't tell me that 45 seconds ago.
They're all people in a little Christmassy village.
Ooh.
And they're milling about, cling, 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 a little bit of
Yeah.
Foley
Yeah.
going through with all the bells and the presents.
Do they have like a little town?
Yeah,
Are they in
have
a little town? Oh, good.
Yes.
With like Christmas, like warm Christmas lights and like wreaths hung
Yeah,
upon the lanterns
exactly.
and
And then you see the orange lights of the windows, the lights
from the
coming through,
jack-o'-lantern.
from the
I mean
jack-o'-lanterns.
the Christmas pumpkin.
Well, in this world, the Christmas pumpkin is a jack-o'-lantern.
ah.
They just put a Santa hat.
Ah.
And everyone's
so
so-
Santa exists.
Yeah, and
So
everyone's-
Catholicism exists.
No, Santa exists aside from Catholicism.
Okay.
Keep up.
Okay, I will.
The thing is, right, everybody's waiting for Santa, this mystical being, to come deliver the presents to all the kiddies. Except for one guy.
Oh.
Up in the mountains. Not the Ohio mountains, the cave mountains. So this is
So
really,
there's a smaller mountain
there's a
in the
smaller
cave.
mountain. It's like, yes, keep up.
I'm really excited for how this story that is so far just The Grinch by Dr. Seuss is going to become a different story from The Grinch by Dr. Seuss. Continue. Kevin's looking at me funny.
Okay. So within this small cave, right, there's a little bump on the floor. You and I might trip on it. Whoa, we might say. But
Yeah.
this bump is where the Grinch lives.
Oh, you gotta give him a different name. You can't just call him the Grinch.
The suggestion was Grinch.
Okay, but like you can use it in like a sort of extrapolating kind of way.
Well, okay, Mr. Ooh, I don't. It's just Dr. Seuss is the Grinch. Why don't you, elaborate further?
Okay, well, this is who am I to say no to your wonderful suggestion? This bump
Yes, this bump.
is where the Grinch lives.
Except it's not spelled like Dr. Seuss is the Grinch. It's spelled with a J.
Where?
No.
The
Grinch.
The Grinch?
The Grinch! Legally distinct Grinch.
The legally distinct Grinch.
That's his full name. LDG. Legally distinct Grinch.
God. Okay, so up on this little bump, which to all the people looks like a huge mountain, there lives the LDG.
Yeah.
And the LDG is looking down on all the people of this town. You can't see it, but Kevin is making a horrible face, presumably.
character.
He's getting into the character as the legally distinct Grinch. And he's looking down on all the people of this town. And he's talking to himself, as he always does at this time of year. And what's he saying, Kevin?
Oh, mercy be upon me. All these little people with their Christmas cheer is making me feel like a sick reindeer.
Okay, so the Grinch can... Sorry.
The what?
I'm sorry.
The LDG?
The LDG can only speak in rhyme.
No, he likes to speak in rhyme.
He can only speak in rhyme.
It's a tough ask, but okay.
He's looking down on the people of the town with his pet frog.
Attorney at law. Look upon all these
The name of
all.
the frog.
They mill about and buy things for one another. It makes me feel like I had an evil twin brother. I hate all these festive folks. I wish I could put a wrench in their spokes.
That was pretty good.
I know.
Hey. And then the legally distinct Grinch takes Attorney at Law in his hand and he strokes his slimy hide. And as he does, he formulates a plan to make sure that none of the little people in the town below the bump can ever enjoy their favorite holiday season. And he will spread misery and sorrow throughout the land.
Perhaps I will try a formula of cyanide placed into the water system to stop their Christmas missives.
Attorney at Law looks at him and is like,
No, you are right. That is all too much a big fright. Something more friendly to the folks, but still with a heinousness to their boats.
great.
Their boats, I think. And I twist my forehead. I will perhaps harbor in my shed. Yes, the Christmas boat where Santa will arrive. It will all soon be mine.
Oh. So the legally distinct Grinch sets out on a plan to steal all of the boats.
Just this one boat.
Just the one Christmas boat.
Just the one boat.
Okay, the one Christmas boat that's
It's the only one that floats.
Okay, all the other ones have holes. And there's a puddle. From our perspective, there's a puddle next to this small group of pea-sized people. But to them, it's a vast lake.
Oh, yeah.
Like Lake Erie, or Lake Superior, or Lake...
Huron?
Huron? Huron, yeah.
Are we pronouncing that right?
I have no idea. But as he's setting about his nefarious scheme, the legally distinct Grinch thinks back to his childhood and the moment that all this began, the moment that he realized that he hates the holiday season.
'Twas back when I was in 2nd grade that all my misery and lack of, and fully shade erupted over top of me. You think rhyming's easy? You try it. I was a young little boy, just in my classroom, when my teacher, she said, "All right, everybody, resume." We went back to writing our little essays, but my thoughts were only on the holidays.
I can't wait until Christmas time comes round this year. I have so many presents for everyone dear. I have so many ideas and things to share. I sure hope nobody pulls down my underwear.
Hey, LDG, I think I dropped my eraser. Can you get it?
Oh, why, yes, of course, Carl. I would be most delighted. When I drop my eraser, I am most frighted. And so I bend over to pick up your block, and... No.
And what?
No.
And what?
No.
So that I can erase before the clock
ticks. Yes.
Yeah. Thanks, LDG.
Wow. What a treat. I just love helping folks around this time of year.
Hey, deadbeat.
Wow. Oh.
That's right. It's me, Plaintiff. The biggest kid in school.
Wow. Your muscles are iron. Your hide is like steel. If you punch me in the face, it surely I'll feel.
Yes, it would. I also kinda rhyme, but every time you think I'm going to do it, I divert my course.
Wow, like a stand-up poetry kind of slam poetry situation.
I hate art.
Okay.
Shove.
Ow!
Now you're in trouble, cause with this powerful rake, I'm gonna remove your underpants. Come here.
No! And I struggled and fled and tried to run, but a plaintiff
Tiff.
was too quick, and he caught me.
He made me undone.
He made me undone. Thank you, Kevin. He made me undone. He pulled down my undies for all to see, and it was the most embarrassing day of my life. And the legally distinct Grinch snaps out of his memory of being embarrassed at the holidays. And he explains the reason why, because he was bullied as a child, he now doesn't want anyone to experience joy during the wintertime.
If I experienced pain when I was a wee lad, then all of them can go and
Be sad.
be sad.
And so the Grinch sneaks off in his Gringy way. He slumps and slithers across the gravel that
And
lines-
the hay.
And the hay. Oh, I'm not. Am I rhyming too?
No.
Okay. Well, all right. He moves. He moves.
Let's keep going.
He perambulates as the Grinch does, down towards the town, and he heads towards the waterfront district, where the Christmas boat is kept secretly every year. It's the town's most prized possession.
And I will rend it from them. It's my obsession.
Ooh. And so the Grinch comes upon the gate, and it says, no trespassers, Christmas boat here. But he sees that there is a sizable padlock on the door. What will he do? Will he try another way, or will he sneak over the fence?
This sign is as sturdy as reeds, for you see, I cannot read.
And so he slithers into his Gringy form, and he becomes almost snake-like, and he slithers and he sucks in his gut, and he slips between the grates of the fence and pops out on the other side.
Learned that one from yoga. It's a wild stretch. Now, to retrieve the prize I have invested.
Yeah. So he keeps going, and Kevin has flipped me off. He keeps going, and he's approaching the lake now, but he sees a security guard. And the security guard hasn't seen him yet, but he's facing the other direction, and he's singing a royalty-free Christmas song.
Attorney at law, how do you think I should proceed? Should I make sure this man should I make sure this man's family, they'll never see?
The frog looks at him and is like,
You are right, attorney at law. Perhaps something that wouldn't drop a jaw. My bat I'll use and knock him out. That will surely help me out. Oi!
"Oh, hey, Merry Christmas!" And so,
In hindsight, maybe I could have just offered him a toy.
well, the security guard lies unconscious on the ground, and the Grinch continues on stepping.
The who? Ryan, listen, I get it. It's hard, right?
It is
We're
hard.
on a razor's edge here.
Yeah.
The ghost of Dr. Seuss is ready to take us out of house at
The
home.
horribly anti-Semitic ghost of Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, he's ready to destroy us.
Yeah.
You gotta understand that.
We won't let him win. We'll do it for everyone. For the holiday season.
For the holiday season.
And so the legally distinct Grinch steps over the lifeless or unconscious body.
Unconscious?
He's-
Jesus.
He checks his pulse and it's all good. And he steps over
That guy's still alive.
the security scope.
I feel
body.
no jive.
And he continues onward, cartwheeling and flipping and somersaulting towards the lake where the Christmas boat is kept. And he's almost there, but there's one more more obstacle in his way.
You may at home wonder why I never just walk. The reason is no time to talk.
For he encounters the final stronghold of the wonderful Christmas boat, and that is a little man. He seems to be preoccupied with his task. The Grinch couldn't quite see what he's doing, but he seems to be dressed in a coat of red, wearing a jolly little hat with white hair.
This little man, he's a bit fat. It will be no problem for my bat.
And as the Grinch pulls back and prepares to slap this man with his bat again, suddenly he turns around, and he has little half-moon glasses and a twinkle in his eye, and he says, "Oh, well, hello, Mr. Grinch."
How'd you know me? One not so tall. Don't mind this. Just a fan of baseball.
Well, you see, I've been watching you a long time, and just like you, I also speak in rhyme. For I come from up north, and I'm here to say I'm gonna make Christmas in a major way.
You come from up north. Northern, then? The land of Ohio? Where do you come from? Is it perhaps Canada? Io? Like the Io... Like, I owe you something. Like, Canada owes...
You didn't really try there, but it doesn't matter.
I did.
For I'm about to go bring about Christmas with a clatter. I'm going to fly in my boat over the land of this town, and I'm going to make everybody turn upside down their frown.
No. You can't do that. If there's one thing I hate, Christmas is... That! Just rhymed that with that.
Yeah.
I hate the spending and the false cheer. I wish everyone would just go far away from here. They bullied me as a kid, so how can I enjoy a holiday where everyone has someone? But I have no joy.
Rhyming joy with joy again.
Fuck you.
I'm sorry. And the little man in the red coat reaches out and he puts a hand on RD.
LDG.
I was gonna say RDJ.
No.
Iron Man is here. He puts an arm on his shoulder and he says, "Listen, Green Man, I know from where you come. I was once a young boy, and I was once in a slump. When I was so small, I was barely able to be seen. For although I'm 4'9" now, back then I was 1'3". I've always been small. It has been my curse. But I knew when I got older it would only be worse. So I made a conscious choice not to be glum, but to make my cheeks rosy like a Christmas plum. Instead of using my thoughts and my feelings in anger, I would spread love and joy all throughout the boat hangar. That's the name. It's the name of the place where they keep all the boats. You should write this down, really take notes. And I know the choice is yours. I can't make it for you. Will you harness your anger, or will you be happy? I implore you."
The LDG considered this for a long time. Seemed like an eternity had passed him by.
He considered whether his childhood was enough to live out his days being angry and gruff.
Maybe you were a fool. Maybe you're wise. As for me, I think maybe a compromise. Take me on your merry race, and I will help you deliver presents all over the place. But I'll do it in my way, and without any of your say. When I see a child I don't like, I'll throw them their present and give them a fright.
And so,
And it won't be gentle. It'll be hard. That's what they get for being such a snard.
what is a snard?
Snard is a bad guy who's like gross.
Thank you for clarifying for everybody at home. So, the two newfound friends shake hands and they climb into the Christmas boat. And the Grinch holds on to the edge as the little red man gives a ho ho ho, and the boat lifts out of the water and begins to fly over the town. And everybody in the town comes out into the street and they say, "Look, it's midnight. It's midnight, and here comes the jolly old elf with his presents for everyone." And who's that with him?
It's me, you son of a gun! Now, I'm gonna throw this! Have some fun!
And so the legally distinct Grinch and the little man in the red coat who we haven't named.
We established his name as Santa.
Oh, did we? I forgot.
At the start.
Okay, the very beginning. And so the Grinch and Santa dole out presents to everyone in the town. Santa with a joyous, beaming smile on his face. The Grinch with more of a demented smirk as he lobs presents to everybody he likes and everybody he doesn't like. And he gives a little bit more malice in the overarm toss on that one. And so Christmas is saved. The Grinch learns that even though he struggled as a young child, and even though people bullied him, it's not worth it harboring that grudge into adulthood.
I feel it in my chest. Perhaps a seizing time. But maybe my heart has grown 3 size. No, 'tis indigestion and nothing more. Right, now to get back to playing my spore. Tss.
All right. Fantastic.
Anyways, little small P, that was the story of the legally distinct Grinch.
Kevin is rubbing my leg right now. So Grandpa, that was a really good story. Did you tell me that so that I wouldn't harbor a grudge for you and Mom and Dad and all my friends at school calling me Little P?
Yes.
Ever since I was a tiny boy?
Yes. I don't want you to end up as brutal and as harsh as the Grinch was. But it's okay to feel your feelings of anger about being called Little P. But you need to harness it in a productive way. And you might not be good at it at the start, but maybe by the end you'll have done something really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you could stop calling me Little P.
Not gonna happen, Eddie.
Okay. Good night, Grandpa.
Get to bed. Wow, that was a really weird story. I think that part of your anger issues, Edward, is that a lot of people called you Little P as a child. But thank you for telling me that story about you and your grandfather.
I'm so sad.
I'm afraid our session's over.
Oh.
Ho, ho, ho!
Happy holidays.
Holidays!
Well, that was good.
That was pretty good.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Talking in rhyme is hard,
Yeah, it is.
but you played it off really well.
Well, thank you.
You nailed it. You really nailed it.
Well, thank you. I hope I did okay.
You did. Any reflections about the story? Anything you liked? Anything you didn't like?
Like, I don't know. It's a new format today. I'm just filled with phlegm.
Ugh.
I know, right? Sorry about this, folks. I find it's very different being in person with you, but I kind of like it.
Yeah.
I like it a bit better.
Yeah. Good.
Like, we're not talking over each other as much.
Yeah. It's
think.
good. It's nice being in person.
It is nice being in person. I can rub your leg.
You can rub my leg.
Yeah.
That's true.
Anyway, so, like, it's a really good time. It was a lot of fun, and I think if there was something I'd like to do more, I think that, like, when you're rhyming in improv, you really need to have a lot of forethought
Yes,
for what
that's
you're
true.
about to say.
It's easier to think of an easier word that you can rhyme with and then purposefully say that rather than just like saying a word and then trying to think of a rhyme.
I mean, like, slant rhymes are so important.
Yes, they are.
They really are. And rhyming whatever you just said with whatever you just said is also key.
Yes, saying the same word twice is always good in a pinch. Yeah, I thought you did a great job. I really liked it.
Oh, you did good too.
Well, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I hope everybody at home enjoyed.
We need a moral.
That's true. We kind of said one in there already, but viewing the story as a whole as a story that was told to a psychiatrist about a story that was told to a child by a grandfather about the legally distinct Grinch hopping on a boat with Santa Claus and winging PS5s at young children. What's the moral of that story?
Well, I think the moral of the story is that, like, you know,
You should go to therapy.
you should go to therapy.
Everybody should
And
go to
also
therapy.
That the legally distinct Grinch is our own product.
Yeah,
It's our own.
Disney can't fucking touch us.
You can't touch us. You can't touch us, the ghost of Dr. Seuss.
Yeah.
Go back to hell where you belong.
Yeah. You wrote some good stories. You were a bad man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that'll about do it for us here on the platform. Thanks again for listening. Happy holidays to everybody.
Thank you. I want you to know something. What's that? It's a stressful time sometimes for some people. Drink some water, my loves.
Yeah.
You know, it's get out of the room if you need to. Eat, but not to excess. You know, have a really nice time and be safe. Be lovely. And we will see you next time.
See you in the new year.
See you in the new year.
Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, there's a guy outside our house.
Merry Christmas.
I need to go teach him a lesson.
Wait, what are you doing? Is that a crowbar? Oh my God.